Aconnectiontv presents The Walking Dead Review.
External skin, where it's like
it's called a vulva. I don't think it's not bad.
It's like pussy. It's like you have those two flaps that hang outside. It's just on a guy. It's just a little bit.
Do you have them? Yeah. Do you have the flaps on your booty?
No, it's not flap. It's just a little external skin. Yeah, it's a little skin.
Okay. Are you straight?
Are you gay?
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 Are you straight?
Gay. Man, listen, man. Who cares? Man, kill that noise.
What's going on, world? I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections to spot our differences. Acronym ASCDOD. I want to say, y'all already know that TWD was freaking awesome today. There are so many highlights, from Sasha going crazy at the cocktail party to Carol basically threatening the life of that little boy, to Daryl having his bromance session with Aaron, to Rick about to kill Jessie's husband because Jessie's husband has Jessie and Rick wants Jessie, and Rick kissed Jessie on the motherfucking cheek. There was so many things that occurred in this particular episode. But before I get all into TWD, I just have to do a little public service announcement, if you will. I have been doing YouTube for a long time. I am one of the original YouTubers in the black circle, okay? So a lot of you guys that are new subscribers that have tuned in because of my reviews don't know what I've done. But I've been around the world in I when it comes to blogging, okay? I am the first, okay, Mona / man impersonation of a black female character on YouTube, okay? I've done the gay characters, I've done regular characters, I've done white characters, I've done cartoons, I've done dance videos, I've done so many interviews, I can't even count them all, but I've done it all. So when you tune into a video that has me in character, don't think that it's a new thing because I'm trying to copy someone else. No, I've been there and done that, okay? And a lot of my subscribers and supporters tune in specifically to see certain characteristics or certain videos or certain characters, if you will. And so sometimes I have to resort back to going to the old way of delivering a video. So with that being said, let's get into this particular review of episode 13 entitled Forget. And we start off with Sasha, who's freaking losing her mind. She goes to check out a gun. And I like the fact that they can freely walk through the town and check out guns. Like there's no, they don't ask questions. You just go check out the gun and you leave. And I like that. Where you were in the governor's town, you have to give like, answer 21 questions to freaking get a gun and walk out, and it was just a whole mess. So I like the fact that they have the freedom to go out. Sasha's like the male Daryl of this particular episode because she's just not caring about connecting with these people. She doesn't trust this town. She just lost Bob. She just lost Tyrese, and she just does not feel like this is the real world, being trapped in, well, not even trapped, being in Alexandria. So she grabs her silencer, she goes out, and she goes hunting. But not hunting for zombies, not hunting for wildlife. She goes hunting for memories. And what I mean by that, and you probably have a different stance on the whole thing, but what I mean by that, she wakes up and she's looking at these photographs of these people. She's in these people's home. I don't know who these people are. We don't know who these people are. But there's like family portraits and pictures. And she takes those outside of the gates and she uses them for target practice. Now, she's shooting away memories of positive moments, of happy moments, of family, of back in the day, the way things used to be. And while she's shooting these frames, I don't know if it's her mind playing tricks on her or if she's actually hearing something, because I'm trying to listen with her at this point. She's thinking that she's hearing something and I'm trying to listen to see if I hear it. Every time she makes a shot, she stops and she listens. And I'm like, okay, what are we listening for, Sasha? Because I don't hear anything. But I'm like, okay, is this girl going back crazy or is she really hearing something? And then she leans up against the log and she's like, come and get me. Who is she talking to? Because no one comes and gets her. She walks back into town and she tells Deanna that she wants to take a look up in the watchtowers. And we come to find out that there aren't any lookups or lookouts in the watchtowers. That it's a posted rifle just sitting there to trick people. And Rick is like, well, we need some people up there 24/7 to take watch. Why don't you have anybody taking watch? I mean, you need to be afraid of the people that are out there. That's the real threat. The real threat are the people. And Deanna, for some reason, cannot wrap her little mind around that concept because she's been stuck in this freaking Alexandria for all her, well, not all her life, but since this whole outbreak of zombies. And she just has lost concept of reality. And so her dealing with asking questions, she read Sasha real quick. She's like, why do you want to go up on lookout? For what? Well, I tell you what, if you want to be lookout, you need to come to the cocktail party and have Cheez-Its with us. And I'm like, girl, we pressed about this little cocktail party and she wants to welcome Teen Prison. And I'm like, something is amiss. Something is beyond the gate that we do not see. Something is in that closet that's locked. Something is behind that house that no one ever goes to because Deanna says don't go to. Something's off. This whole cookie cutter, I just don't buy it. I really don't buy it at all. And like I said, if y'all not watching The Walking Dead, y'all need to be getting into the motherfucking Walking Dead. And so, you know, Sasha's like, okay, fine, I'll come to the party. The little secret meetings that Carol, Daryl, and Rick are having near the house where his pistol was taken makes no fucking sense to me. I don't know if I'm the only one watching this that's like, okay, obviously someone is watching you. Obviously you've been watched because you hid that pistol in the blender, okay? You came back a day later and it was gone. So yeah, why are we having secret meetings back at this spot where you hid the gun and it's now gone? It just doesn't... That whole concept does not make sense to me because obviously we would think that it would be weird that the three of them are meeting. Like, I don't know. It really doesn't make sense. And so, you know, they spray the zombie with guns and, you know, Carol's like, we definitely got to make sure we went through rounds because we told them that we were going out, blah, 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 blah. You know, and you know what? Y'all hit me up on my last video. Now, I mentioned it on my last video that Carol is giving us this persona just to save face. And that's what I really meant. I didn't go into detail like y'all did because y'all was like, Wes, what are you talking about? She's playing those people. She's a mastermind. She's hiding behind the sweater and all that. Okay, I gathered that, but I didn't really go into it until this particular episode where she really was like, okay, yeah, I'm not playing games with these people. You know what I'm saying? This is my front and I am the best spy in this group because they think I'm some helpless middle-aged like the dude said on Talking Dead, MILF, that can't fend for herself. And I grasp that and I gather that. But in the last video, she said we should not get complacent and comfortable because we're going to end up becoming weak. And that's what's happening throughout this whole episode. They're becoming weak, especially Daryl's ass at the fucking end, which I was like completely done with him. I couldn't understand what the hell was going on with him. But is it me? Or there's two things with these letters that are appearing on the zombies. There really is. And one thing is, I think it's... Now, here's what I'll say. I don't know if the letters were carved out or if they were stamped. Like, I couldn't tell the difference. Like, I was watching it on the HD screen, but I still couldn't tell the difference if it was carved out or stamped. Like, how the letter was stamped on the hand. And they were kind of like the same size. But the letters on the zombies were a W, and the stamp that the boy gave to Rick, the father, and Jessie were an A. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But then my second thought was, okay, if it's not the husband using the stamp on the zombies, which kind of like sounds dumb now that I talk about it, maybe it's Morgan, and it's not an a W, it's an actual M. But then when we get to the Talking Dead, they're like, what if it's the wolves? And I'm like, who the fuck are the wolves? And I don't read the comics, so I don't know who the wolves are. And to be quite honest, I really don't want to know who the wolves are. But I have it in my head that the 3 exiled men are going to come back to, and I'm thinking that Negan is a part of the exiled men. I really don't want to know. I want to find out. But there's 3 episodes left. I don't know if they're going to tell us or not. I don't know if we're even going to start the conflict or not, because the governor's conflict ended and started between seasons. So I don't know. I really don't know. But I was taken back about them having their little meetings, their secret meetings, when we clearly know that the gun was taken from the blender. So obviously it's not a secret. Maybe it's Enid watching them. Maybe it's Enid watching them, and maybe she has the gun. She leaves the town all the freaking time. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know, but I can't call it. Y'all call it, okay? So Daryl is being tagged by Aaron. Aaron is surveying Daryl for many reasons. And we find out that Aaron, in fact, wants Daryl to be the new recruiter, because Daryl doesn't want to be in the town. He doesn't want to be around the people. He likes being out in the wild. And Aaron has a gift or bait for Daryl to take his offer, a motorcycle. But before we get to the motorcycle, there's a moment between Aaron and Daryl where they actually meet and connect and vibe over the horse Buttons. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't want the horse to die. Like, I really didn't. I'm like, why is the horse dying? Why are zombies chewing up on the horse? What's going on? Like, I actually felt for Buttons when Buttons was getting attacked by the zombies. I'm like, why? And then, you know, Aaron has to kill Buttons. And, you know, they really feel like Daryl feels for Aaron and Aaron feels for Daryl. And, like, they both feel for Buttons. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, oh, this whole... And I was just hoping that they weren't alluding to the whole gay thing. And I keep bringing this up because every scene with Daryl is so soft and mushy. And Daryl is not that. And dealing with these 2 gay dudes, I'm like, okay, are they about to make Daryl soft and mushy, aka weak? We do not need Daryl to become weak. We do not. I don't want to watch that. And I promise you I'm not going to watch that. Another good scene that I thought was when we finally make it to the cocktail party. Noah has his little moment. And he's feeling like he doesn't belong. You know what I'm saying? And immediately when I saw him, I'm like, it's because he's the only black person in the house. Because Sasha wasn't there at the time when we saw Noah. And I'm like, that has to play a factor, because, and not to always bring up the whole race thing, but it has to play a factor for him, because he really is the only black guy in this house. And when you think about it, he has no family. All he's seen is death. And it's like he doesn't feel that he belongs there. And he's like, I'm about to bail, I'm about to leave. And Glenn's like, no, you're not. You're here with us. You're family. We're family. We're in this together. I liked that moment. It showed, it was like a symbol of a lasting bond that's not going to be separated by no means. What do y'all think? What do y'all think of Maggie's new role as assistant governor or assistant mayor? What? Does she even have the right to? I'm like, how is she in this position? Like, how did she acquire this position? I don't get it. I don't see it. I'm lost. What is Glenn's role? Glenn, because you know Glenn is just vying for a job. He's just like, I need a job. I need to get a job. What is Glenn's role? I so am wondering that. Michonne in her new officer get up with the stitching in the back with the tails. I thought that was cute. She looked like an Assassin's Creed lady. But she definitely needed to keep her katana, and she should have had the tassels longer. She shouldn't have cut them. I think she looks cool. I really do. I like her new outfit. I think it's cool, but I don't know. Her hanging up the katana was a bit much for me. Because she's gonna need it. She's gonna need to use it. And, you know, I saw the video clip where she was saying it's a beacon of hope. It represents a lot for her, so she's not giving it away to someone. She's just putting it up. I don't care about all that. I just don't. She needs to hold on to that katana. This is to me, this is them getting weak. This is a scene of weakness, okay? Then if we go back to, Daryl and Aaron, that was a moment of weakness. What else happened that was a moment of weakness? I don't know, just them being careless and discussing their plans at the house where obviously someone saw the gun and took it. That was just a moment of weakness. Let's get into the next topic that I want to talk about is Jessie and Rick, okay? One of y'all told me in the comments in the last video that Jessie and Rick are going to get together. They're going to hook up. They're the love interest, and that apparently Michonne is supposed to be loving on Morgan. I don't see it. I'm not here for it. I really am not. They need to make that not be the case. But obviously it is going to be the case because Rick awkwardly kisses Jessie. Just because they have this mutual understanding that life can be better and life is about to be better, or that this situation is better. And I'm just like, fuck out of here. No one cares about all of this it's a going to be better thing. Like, at least not for me to be so weak, like we keep using that word weak, to kiss a married female at a party where the husband is. Like, I'm like, Rick, you're slipping up. You walked into this situation saying that either like we'll play along with them, and if they don't work out, we'll take this place from them. Like, there's no way that you're gonna take this place from these people if you can't even control your emotions and rationalize a situation. And then Jessie backs up like she's awkward with it, but she liked it, but it's awkward because she's married, but she's gonna walk away now and she wants to kiss him some more. I was so disgusted I wanted to fucking barf watching this shit. Don't nobody want to see Rick and Jessie get together. That it's so predictable and it's like so obvious. Why? I just don't get it, because she has kids and I don't get it. Anyways, apparently the husband is supposed to beat her up, and Rick saves her, and that's how they get closer. Nobody's here for that shit. That's trash. What else happens in the show? Daryl walking past Aaron's house because he was going to go to the party. He looks at the party. He decides not to go to the party, and he walks past Aaron's house, and Aaron meets him outside, welcomes him in for some spaghetti. Daryl finally took a shower. Daryl finally changed some clothes. He goes to the house. Aaron and his partner. He's chowing down spaghetti because he hasn't had spaghetti in forever. All he's been eating is worms from the dirt. So he's feeling elated about it. And so the dude mentions, he's like, well, when you go out on your travels, if for whatever reason you find a pasta maker, can you get a pasta maker for Adina or whatever her name is? Gertrude, whatever, some weird old lady name. And Aaron's looking at the dude like, why are you talking about this? And I'm like, why is it a big deal? And then the guy's like, you didn't ask him yet or whatever. And so Aaron takes Daryl to the garage where he's able to, well, it's a broken down motorcycle, and he's able to like utilize all the parts that Aaron has scavenged from outside of the gate to fix the motorcycle in hopes that Daryl will become the new recruiter using the motorcycle. And I don't know about y'all, but I miss Daryl on the mic. I miss Daryl on the mic. So him getting the motorcycle is cool, but you can tell, and that was a hot ass scene. I was watching it with someone and they were like, well, they don't even watch the show, so they didn't get it. But that scene, it didn't bring a tear to my eye, but I felt like it was like an awe moment for Daryl, because Daryl was able to break down his walls, okay, and say to and look at Aaron as a good dude, because Aaron was like, okay, I think you know the difference between a good guy and a bad guy, and I kind of need that type of guy out there to recruit for us. And so Daryl was like, I can do that. I can do that for you. And it's like, oh, come on. Come on, like everybody's getting weak, and I'm not really here for it. I'm really not for it. I'm not here for Michonne. I'm different. The only person that's not getting weak and losing her motherfucking mind is Carol. Carol ain't playing no games with this motherfucking Tyler people. I tell y'all one thing, when I was like, I think I was the only one that was laughing watching this scene when Carol threatened that boy's life. Carol is a G. She is a straight G. At this point, she is the only one that has not dropped her wall down. And she has not forgotten about what the world is like outside of these walls. And I don't give a fuck if it's just for a moment, Wes. They're really looking back into this civilization and really think about their memory. Fuck out of here. At the end of the day, this just happened a couple days ago. Like, Tyrese just died a couple days ago. Like, y'all can't forget all this extra shit. Y'all really can't. It's only Sasha ain't for the weakness either, but she losing her motherfucking mind. She losing her marbles. But Carol is intact and Carol is here. Carol said, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave open the latch on the window. At night, we're gonna bust it open and I'm gonna take all the handguns. They ain't gonna never remember that it was gone because they don't even inventory them or whatever the case may be. So she at the party. The girl in charge of the supplies come to the party, so she like, okay, that's my time, I'm gonna break out, I'm gonna go. But the boy, Jessie's son, was like, I want some cookies, can I stamp you? And all that extra shit. I'm like, fuck out of here, we don't need all this extra shit. Carl don't need a fucking brother. Fuck out of here. Tell Jessie and her adopted kids to go some fucking where else, because we don't need them into this family. It's Judith, Rick, and Carl. Fuck out of here with Jessie and her baby, and I don't care about all that. But anyway, Rick get his hand stamped or whatever, and Carol go to the supply room. So I'm like, she about to get got. Soon as she walked through the window, I'm like, she about to get got. This is too simple. This is too easy. It's not going to work out like that. And who get Carol? The little boy that wanted the damn cookies. He said, I followed you because Rick said you was going to make some cookies. So I want you to make some cookies. But what you doing in the guns? Like, I ain't stupid. I'm young, but I'm not stupid. What you doing over here? Oh, God. Carol said, why did you follow me? I was like, oh, shit. I said Carol about to snipe this boy. Carol about to slice this little boy's throat and throw in a dumpster. She burnt them people up and she had to kill the little twins, the little sisters. She ain't afraid of killing no... I was like, run, boy, run. Run, you about to get got. You about to get got. Run, little boy. Oh, God, this shit was hilarious. Oh, my God. Carol was like, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Well, I just want you to make me some cookies. She was like, oh, I can make you some cookies. I can make you some cookies, no problem. She inched up on them. She sized the little man up. She's like, I can make you some cookies if you don't tell anybody that I was here. You got to keep secrets. We got to keep this secret between you and us. You can't tell nobody I was here. She was like, he was like, well, I don't know if I could do that because I tell my mother everything. She was like, listen here, little motherfucker. You can't tell your mother, especially not your mother. You can't tell nobody about this. I mean, not unless you want to end up outside the gates chained up to a tree and have zombies eating up all your kneecaps and your little ball sack and your neck and your eyeballs, and to the point where you can't even say anything but help. But even when you say help, it's gonna bring more zombies to you, and they just gonna eat your insides out to the point where no one is even gonna recognize your ass no more. And I don't think you want that to happen. Now the only way that's gonna happen is if you tell somebody about this system, this thing that's going on right here. And I don't think you really want to do that because look, I know people that will get you caught. Okay, don't do that. Keep the secret between you and I, and then you can have cookies all day long. When I tell you that little boy shed his pants, that little boy was scared. That little boy was scared, but Carol is not playing no motherfucking games. You hear what I'm telling y'all? Do you hear what she ain't playing no games. I love Carol. I really do. I think she is so freaking awesome. Did my camera just get sharper? Oh, shit. Okay. That's what I need to do is zoom in and get the... Okay, I look sharper now. All right, anyways. But that was the hottest scene. That was the hottest scene. I really did. I enjoyed that. I felt the awe moment for Daryl finding his little niche with the motorcycle and helping Aaron out. But Sasha, Sasha was funny when she looked at that dude. When she looked at that dude, and she was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Because I think that dude was trying to hit on her. I don't know what kind of line he was. I don't know, but he was trying to hit on her, and she was not having it. She looked at him, gave him this ugly look, and just walked on. And then she yelled at the girl. The girl sitting here, well, what do you want me to cook for you? You know, I don't want to worry about cooking you the wrong meal. Is that what you're worried about? That's what you're worried about? You're worried about the wrong meal? I'm like, girl, Sasha, girl, you've been through it. You've been through it. Sasha's spazzing out. At the end, I was like, what was that? What was that? What happened back there? She was like, I don't know. This shit is not reality. This is fucked up. At the end, it's like, I know you know that's a motherfucking lie, you bitch. But you know what? I'm going to give you your ammunition. Get the fuck out of here. And when you come back, you better have some common sense. That's what Deanna wanted to say. But, you know, Deanna ain't say that. But that's what she wanted to say. But, you know, I think Sasha going to take win of the exile. Man, I'm still thinking it's the exile. I don't know nothing about no wolves or nothing. I don't know nothing about no wolves. And I don't, oh, Jesus, fucking wolves. Whatever. What else happened in this particular episode that was cool? Rick wanted to shoot Jessie's husband because Jessie's husband got a little taste of the kunai. And Rick hasn't had no taste in the kunai in a long time. And you know, Orange Hair, when Orange Hair and Rosita came in the house, they looked something out of I don't know, Stepford Housewives. I don't know what was going on, but it was weird seeing them all clean and trimmed, and I'm like, okay, now it makes sense for y'all to have sex. Back in the day when her stuff was smelling like yeast infection and his stuff was smelling like sweaty ball juice, it was not okay for them to be having sex, but they was having sex. They better be knocking them boots all night long now that their stuff is cleansed. That's all I'm saying. And then, you know, Michonne had the little scene with Orange Hair. I thought that was cute. But Michonne, she becoming weak to me. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, they can be happy where they are, but I'm not feeling this whole my walls are coming down. I'm not, Because, you know, when walls are down, it's not a good situation. It doesn't feel good. Y'all know what I'm saying. It don't feel good when you don't have no walls. It don't feel good. What? Y'all know what I'm saying. But Rick trying to shoot the husband was intense. And it reminded me back when, what was it, season 3 or season 2, before season 3, before they met the governor, when Rick lost his mind. He was gone. I think it was before Lori died, or after Lori. No, after Lori died, he was gone. He was finished. Mine was cooked, fried, bacon, burnt. Okay, and so this I'm thinking, okay. And then he goes and molests the wall when a zombie is out, and he's molesting the wall and looking at his stamped hand with the A. I'm like, what is the symbolism of this? Is he a caged animal that cannot be locked up, or does he feel like he need to be out there killing these zombies? Like, what is? I can understand the significance of all that. It was really aggravating me because I don't want Rick to lose it. I don't want Daryl to lose it. I don't want Michonne to lose it. And I know Carol ain't losing shit. Carol ain't about that. Carol is about that life. She ain't here for all the games and she ain't. So we know we don't have to worry about Carol. Carl, I think Carl is gone already. He off playing with kids and they playing card games and shit. I don't know. This was an awesome freaking episode. It really was. And I want to shout out y'all that be hitting me up with my Walking Dead reviews. Y'all stay hitting me on up, and I appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to Oracle Forever. I can't wait to find out what's up with the new place. It seems cool, but I still feel like there's a secret, and we all know that there is. I want to give a shout out to Cheryl F., Tiffany Rakima, Andrea Harris, Marcus Williams, Taronda Edwards. I didn't realize the preacher was missing until you said that. And the preacher wasn't really in this episode that much. I think he had one scene. Rachel James, Jasmine and Jasmine Noquoti. I think that's how, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. My bad. I want to give a shout out to Lex D, John Fisher, Humanity, 100% done with Jessie. Michonne, slash her up, please. And then, wait a minute. And then the girl that plays Jessie gonna have the nerve to say on The Talking Dead that if she would have found out that Carol had threatened her son, that she would have walked up to Carol and punched her in the face. Fuck out of here. Carol would have slit her motherfucking throat. Fuck out of here. Carol ain't no pushover. Now, Carol is not the best fighter in the world, but you're not just gonna walk up to Carol and just deck her in the motherfucking face and think nothing's gonna happen to you. That's not going to happen. So when the girl was talking about Jessie, like Jessie gonna punch her in the face, fuck out of here. I was not feeling that. Shout out to Lala Loopsy, Jackie Coleman, Rich Boy 23258, Isis Johnson. I agree. Jessie better go somewhere. Plus, she's married. I'm Team Rashawn. All the way. I'm not feeling her. Daryl ain't digging the Mayberry vibe of this town. He wants to kill some shit. Plus, he's uneasy around new people. He might take off for a few episodes, then come back. He's not in the comics, so it's anybody's guess as to what he may do. Daryl is not a character in the comics. I didn't know that. What? And then shout out to Tina Loves Eddie. Carol is scary, brilliant. I'm a people person. Love it. Be afraid, Deanna. Carol is going to be one to kill Deanna. That's interesting. But I don't think Deanna is dumb. I think Deanna knows all of the games because she read Sasha's crazy ass antics. So I don't know. What do y'all think about this particular episode? Leave your comments below the video. I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network. Be sure to subscribe because it's easy and free to do. Just click that button. Deuces.